You don't want to lose weight, you want to lose fat. And this is how we're going to do it. When I say that, what I really mean is we want to maintain muscle, which is going to make you look more toned, your metabolism faster, i.e. you don't got to eat like a bird to maintain that body. If we only care about losing weight, especially if we do a lot of crash diets or ton of cardio restriction, you're going to lose more muscle than you want. Especially if you're not eating enough protein, you're in too big of a deficit, you're not weight training hard enough and consistently. At that point, your body has to pick. Take more of this muscle to use for energy, or do I take more of the fat? Because if we're in a calorie deficit, i.e. you don't have enough calories coming in as your body needs to pay rent, keep the lights on, your body's gonna have to use something else that's got in it, like you're selling your shit to be able to make enough money to pay rent. Muscle takes a lot more calories to build and maintain than fat does. That's why people who have more muscle and they look leaner can eat more and not gain weight. Having more muscle gives you a faster metabolism. Now, because muscle requires more calories to build and maintain than fat does, fat, by the way, is literally you had excess calories and your body says, I guess I have no use for this, we'll store it for later, and it stores it as fat. So if we're not weight training, we're still pushing hard, not eating enough protein, we're eating in way too big of a deficit, your body says, this is too much of a deficit. I don't have the tools and the reason to keep that muscle around. I don't have a need for this muscle. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to keep the fat. It's a little bit easier to maintain. What we're going to do instead, so you can keep all that hard-earned muscle and actually be able to maintain a leaner body eating more food, is we are going to still prioritize weight training. What built it is going to keep it. So we still train hard, we progressively overload, and we fight like hell to keep that strength and keep hitting PRs even in a deficit. We still want to be in a calorie deficit, but we don't want it to be too aggressive. If it's far too aggressive of a deficit, you will lose muscle, and honestly, you're going to feel like shit. Start off with a 250-ish calorie deficit and just see where that takes you. If you're making changes, drop by maybe 100 calories at a time. Stay there for at least 2 weeks, especially as females. Sometimes our body takes a little bit longer to respond before we make more changes. We also need to prioritize protein, and we're going to space that evenly throughout the day so we can continue to spike muscle protein synthesis to keep rebuilding that muscle. By doing all of this, staying consistent, your body now has the tools and the reason to keep that muscle around, and instead is going to have to use that extra body fat to create energy. Now, I do need to say, you will lose muscle in a deficit. It's inevitable. But if you follow these tips, you are going to maintain far more of that hard-earned muscle and lose a lot more of that fat. So yes, you will lose weight, but we don't really care about losing the weight. We want to lose the fat. If you like no bullshit science-based content like this, you know where to find me.